growth? Who is doing economies development? Entrepreneurs. When the entrepreneurs will do that? When we have the shared common political will. So we have the foundation for that. That's why this visit is historical visit. That wouldn't be a mistake to say that this is a really historical visit. We talked over different possibilities of cooperation, and I'd like to tell you that in all the directions, even the small things, even to resolve the problems of each company, we will pay specific attention. That was our conclusion, and we will have the interregional governmental commission elevated to a high-level strategic partnership, and by the leaders, by His Excellency Shahbaz Sharif, the Prime Minister of the Pakistan, and the President of the Republic of Uzbekistan. The control will be done over those measures implementation. We will have calls twice a month, once in 2 months, and every month the ministers and the responsible bodies will make a reporting to us on the fact and status of implementation of those achieved agreements. What I want to say, the Pakistan and Uzbekistan are not competitors. We are countries complementing each other's economy. I'm using the word complementing, which means that we have a lot of opportunities for the partnership and the cooperation. If we eliminate the corruption, eliminate the bureaucracy, open the ways for the cooperation, if we have an open and transparent dialogue and if we are able to show you the right direction and support you, then those great results will come in the future. We achieved the trade turnover volume $400 million. Can you imagine what can be done in the future, since those leaders of the big companies are participating today? So a great people here participating and are ready to work with our entrepreneurs. I tell to my entrepreneurs that they are my family, they are my sons and daughters. They are the great platform for development of our economy. And 6-7 years ago, we had a lot of opportunities that we have today, and we opened a lot of barriers and the challenges that they were facing in the past. So we need to increase the amount of this kind of forums and events, and $400 million, frankly speaking, are not in line with our reputation. We need to talk about the $2 billion, $3 billion. You need to implement big projects. I'd like to say one more thing. We have our guests, entrepreneurs coming to Uzbekistan from Pakistan. We have one kind request from you, to raise openly the challenges and the problems that you are facing. My ministers, my civil servants are ready to serve and to help you, to support you. You need to raise all those challenges to them and they will resolve it. We need to have the complementing each other's economy. And I always say that the partnership must be mutually beneficial. We cannot achieve the goals by having the one side benefit in the cooperation. I know that for development of your business in Uzbekistan, I need to create the conditions. That's why I made a proposal to transfer this partnership to a level of a strategic partnership. In all the spheres, in the energy sector, we made the conclusions regarding the wind, hydro, and the solar energy within the last year. So we gathered a lot of experience. 59 billion energy was several years ago. Today we have 81 billion energy, and the ones who understand what is the generation of the energy will understand that this is a great achievement. In Pakistan, we know that you have 320 days of sun in a year, like in Uzbekistan, and we are ready to share our experience with you to create joint stations. The mining and the minerals is also important direction for our cooperation. Honorable His Excellency Prime Minister also told, let's work on that direction, and we agree with that. We are ready to share all the possible experiences that we have in this regard. Another direction for the cooperation is a textile. In 2016, we had in the most fruitful year, we were selling the cotton for $600, $800 million. But today, the creation of the GDP chain allowed for the creation of the 420 and 450 clusters, textile clusters, which means that we have new job places created in our country, and we are exporting 4.5 billion value-added export. And the big textile companies lack the experience on working with the value-added, high value-added products. And in those textile companies, for instance, we are ready to give them to your management. We have approximately 10 these kind of big companies that we are ready to give those companies to the Pakistani entrepreneurs. I can also make a decision, even if necessary, there will be the resolution of the cabinet of the ministers or the resolution of the, or decision of the president, even if necessary. So there will be the possibilities and opportunities for all of you. We are entering to the we enter to the GSP Plus of the Europe, and we can support you on the GSP Plus also. Regarding the leather industry, we are trying to change the practice and the trade volumes on the leather industry as well, but unfortunately, we're not able to achieve those great results that we put in front of us. In pharmaceuticals, you have a great experience. A lot of Pakistani companies coming to Uzbekistan and working in the pharmaceuticals. We have 3 billion approximately import of the medicines, pharmaceuticals, which means that this is a great market to all of you. If you have any proposals, we are ready to listen to them and to support them. One more thing I'd like to say, for the development of the economy and all those directions, we need to develop the transport and the logistics. Today, with His Excellency Mr. Prime Minister, we conducted a lot of discussions on the Trans-Afghan Railway, and as a result of this, we came to the conclusion on establishment of the tripartite committee, Pakistan, Afghanistan, Uzbekistan, to have this kind of committee in Termes and to review all the possible opportunities of this project. Why do we need that? We need that for to increase the trade. We have the modal approach, but in case we have the railway, then the turnover of the trade will be increased. For 30 years, they were saying that we were talking about Uzbekistan, Kyrgyzstan, China railway. For 30 years, it was just words. It was just sayings. But thanks to the will that we had and Xi Jinping that sees a shared vision on the opportunities that we have here, we started the creation of the railway. Can you imagine what can be achieved in the future if we unite the Eastern Asia with the Central Asia, with the South Asia? If we also prolong that railway to Afghanistan and Pakistan, what could be the opportunities? And the fact that the freight of the commodities will be secure, much more cheaper, and much more efficient. That's why, in case you have any kind of proposals, I kindly ask you to tell me them. Tell me your problems, your challenges, tell me your proposals, your initiatives, and honorable entrepreneurs of Uzbekistan, please show a warm hospitality of Uzbekistan and show to our guests your facilities, all the possible opportunities. Please know that I'm always ready to answer to all of your questions. If you are not able to ask the question from me, ask the question from my team. We will find out every possible solution. So this kind of partnership of yours will be mutually beneficial. We will implement all the necessary measures, all the necessary decisions will be adopted in order to support it. And we have the openness policy, the policy of supporting the entrepreneurs, the policies that we have now in Uzbekistan. But of course, we may face some challenges in the practice. I cannot say for 100% that we are sure that everything is on place. We are on the way of transition. We are on the way of development, which means that taking into account the interest of our population, we will develop on ourselves. And the prosperity is brought by the entrepreneurs. And His Excellency, Mr. Prime Minister, my brother, also told that at the beginning there was 40% of the poverty, and today they were able to decrease to 8%, and till the end of this year they are expecting to decrease to 6%. It's not done, or it's not something which is taken from the air. Who is doing that? Those kind of leaders, great figures, are doing that for you, so you could use these opportunities and that potential that we have in both countries. And I'd like to thank once more my brother for bringing so much entrepreneurs to our country. He brought entrepreneurs because he trusted to us, and in order to have the fruitful discussion, so the guests will not say that we had only the words, only the sayings, not the practice. Hajjai, for instance, yesterday told, my Minister of Foreign Affairs also told, my minister, they all told that they are all connected with all the guests coming to Uzbekistan. If I ask them, will they confirm that you are working with them? That's why the most important thing that I really liked is the fact that Honorable Prime Minister told that 3 or 4 civil servants will stay in Uzbekistan, and in upcoming future, maybe today or even tomorrow, 4 or 5 government officials will come to Uzbekistan to achieve great results in the future, and to achieve them, to have the fruitful discussions. We only need to have steps forward. Please take your seats. Thank you. We have a great plans for the future, and we need to open for us the third markets, and we need to able to produce and manufacture the competitive and high quality products. In case we are able to mutually produce cheap and high quality products, then we will grow the economy. And I always say we need to learn from Pakistan. In many directions we still need to learn a lot from Pakistan, and today a great platform and opportunity to learn, to see each other's eyes, to have those fruitful discussions, to share the experience, and to have this shared interest of ours that we have. And today we are talking about the inter-regional cooperation, inter-regional regions of Uzbekistan and regions of Pakistan. And this inter-regional cooperation will be elevated into a new level. In Pakistan, they have a great regions that are specialists in the leather industry, in the pharmaceuticals, and etc. And you can find your best partners from those regions. And for these actions, we are ready to support you. And together with my brother, with His Excellency Prime Minister, we are here to make you confident on our shared future. And I'd like to tell to my brother and to my guests that all your proposals will be heard and will be resolved in a positive way. And we will bring those achievements. In case someone from my team is not fulfilling its obligation, or is not responding to you, or is not developing the partnership with you, then he or she will be against our country, I would say. And I'm here with you. You are reflection of your people. Entrepreneurs of Uzbekistan are the mirror of our hospitality, of our readiness, of our will. It's time to have this partnership, and we came to the conclusion that in those high levels we will be supporting each other. We came to the conclusion that we will increase the trade volume to 2 billion. We have a great market in Pakistan and in Uzbekistan. We have those clear, sincere and sacred wills for the future. Once more, I'd like to say that I'm really glad to all of you here. Please note one more thing. In New Uzbekistan, we are continuing developing and finding all possible solutions and creating all the necessary conditions in order to fulfill our commitments and the promises made in front of our people. We want the prosperity to our people, which means that we'll be supporting their ideas, we'll be creating all necessary conditions. We see this kind of approach in Pakistan. Therefore, we have the same shared way, the same shared values. In this way, I'd like to wish a great success to your work. And inshallah, there will be a fruitfulness in your work. I'm highlighting that again and again, that today we have a white snow, and that's a great sign of the great beginning that we have for the future. Wish you all the best. Thank you.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Your Excellency, my very dear brother, President Mirziyoyev, Honorable Ministers from both Uzbekistan and Pakistan, Honorable entrepreneurs, investors and businessmen from Uzbekistan and Pakistan, parliamentarians, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum and a very good afternoon. Your Excellency, a very famous Uzbek philosopher and poet, Alisher Navoy, once mentioned that with the economic growth of trade, cities prosper. And I think this August of great traders, investors from the two great countries, Pakistan and Uzbekistan, are a reflection of their commitment to invest not only in Pakistan, not only in Uzbekistan, but exchange their experience, their ideas, and for mutual benefits, promote trade, investments in both countries in areas which are supplementary and complementary to each other. And you very rightly, my dear brother President, said that business community in Pakistan and here in Uzbekistan are not in competition with each other. Rather, they are there to promote support for each other in areas where they can mutually benefit and take advantage. And I think today's business conference will go a long way in achieving our goals, our aspirations, and convert our shared dream into reality. Ladies and gentlemen, I am very grateful to all those great Pakistani businessmen who have traveled all the way to Tashkent to attend this very important business moot. And I'm very grateful to you, my dear brother President, to find time from your very busy schedule to attend this meeting and give a great message of hope, a great message of your commitment to support all these efforts which will promote industrialization, promote trade and commerce in both the countries. Today we have discussed a vast scope of areas of mutual cooperation, which will most definitely give a big impetus to your efforts in B2B deals. For example, we discussed today Trans-Afghan Railway project, which is a huge project entailing about more than $7 billion investment. Brother President is deeply committed to undertake this project, and I can assure you that this project will be a game changer. It will be a corridor from Uzbekistan via Afghanistan to Pakistan. And this will transform trade in the entire region. So I once again would like to assure you, Mr. President, that Pakistan is fully committed to this project, and we will be taking steps in unison to achieve and materialize this through other countries' support as early as possible. Similarly, mines and minerals is another area where Uzbekistan has acquired great speciality and expertise. As I speak, they mine copper and then convert into finished and semi-finished products. They have downstream industry, they have smelters, and this is exactly what certain mines in Pakistan, there those companies mine raw material and ship it out. And there is hardly anything for Pakistan in terms of value addition. During our recent cabinet meeting, I had given a firm decision that in future there shall be no mining by any company in Pakistan unless they make a plan where downstream industry is an integral part of that mining project. And this is what I discussed with our friends here in Uzbekistan. And then, of course, is another important area of energy. As I speak, Uzbekistan has installed thousands of megawatts of renewable energy, both wind and solar. And there are investment from brotherly countries, from Saudi Arabia, from Qatar, from UAE. And I shared my thoughts with our brothers here that Pakistan has been blessed by Allah Almighty. Sunshine is a blessing in Pakistan. And there is also great potential of wind energy. And hydropower projects has been there from decades. So this is a great potential where Uzbekistan and Pakistan can come together. And then, of course, investment in special zones in Pakistan and Uzbekistan. And we have just heard what President, my brother, said, that there are textile ventures here in Uzbekistan which require efficient and modern management and technology. And he has very generously invited my great Pakistani businessmen sitting here in this room, as well as a message to Pakistani business community in Pakistan to come to Uzbekistan and take over the management of these textile ventures. My dear fellow Pakistanis, this is a great offer and a wonderful opportunity. Please make use of it, and this will be again a win-win situation. Similarly, leather, pharmaceutical industry, surgical instruments, and here Pakistan, alhamdulillah, excels in these areas as compared to many other countries. So I think this is a great opportunity. Today we also discussed the relaxation in visa availability, and our Uzbekistan side has assured our Deputy Prime Minister, Foreign Minister Ishaq Dar, who is sitting in front of me, that visas would be made available to Pakistani business community and government officials without any delay, and that would be a great help and support in enhancing our trade relations. Similarly, tourism is another area where I have seen my brother is very committed. In Bukhara, those great sites full of history, full of great artisans, their work, architecture, poetry, I think, and in Samarkand, these are the areas where tourism can be promoted on these bases. Pakistani tourists from Karachi, Peshawar, Lahore, Quetta should visit these areas, and vice versa. Our Uzbek brothers and sisters should visit Lahore, Badshah Mosque, Shahi Kila in Karachi, Peshawar, Qissa Khani Bazaar and Quetta, and so on and so forth. And of course, serene beauty of our northern areas, absolutely wonderland, where joint ventures between Uzbek and Pakistani businessmen can really transform that area, and which will not only be visiting sites of our Uzbek tourists or Pakistani tourists, but internationally. I think this is the vision, holistic vision, which my brother President has, and I fully share this vision of his in the interest of both the countries. So I think my very dear and prominent Pakistani businessmen and businesswomen sitting here, I would strongly urge upon you to consider these opportunities and take it up in all seriousness. And I want to assure you that the government of Pakistan and my colleagues sitting here will be at your beck and call, including myself. At the moment, I am not addressing you as the Prime Minister, but as the Chief Executive Officer of Pakistan, to serve you, your business, your interest, and Pakistan's cause, and promote our joint cause of Uzbekistan and Pakistan. This is what we are here for. And SIFC is the linchpin to connect both sides. We had detailed discussion this morning. I have conveyed to my Uzbek partners that some of the officers and politicians who are here with me are going to stay back to join with their colleagues to start negotiating with their counterparts in all these areas I've just mentioned, and those we discussed list of areas where Pakistan and Uzbekistan can join hands together. And then a delegation of all relevant ministries will come to Pakistan to discuss and negotiate and finalize arrangements of our mutual journey for all time to come, which will promote economic activities in both the countries, trade, investments, and so on and so forth. And then I have invited my very dear brother. Gwadar Port and Karachi Port will have to be the hub of all these activities, whether imports, exports, transit goods. Today we have again agreed that other than a railway project, which will take time, NLC is already transporting goods via Afghanistan to Central Asian countries. And we have today agreed in principle that NLC will join hands with their Uzbek counterpart to make a joint company to transport goods and services. And this will be another landmark achievement between our two countries. And again, they have shown great interest in promoting Pakistan's mines and mineral sector. They have installed complete integrated plants here in Uzbekistan, but in Pakistan, our mining sector has to progress and develop, very rapidly, and therefore I think the experience and speciality and expertise of Uzbekistan in Pakistan in the shape of joint ventures will be a great step forward. Similarly, in energy, we can join hands together and make investments in areas where both sides will have a wonderful progress and wonderful partnership. Similarly, in information technology and agriculture, I think these are the areas from investment to trade to tourism. We have discussed the whole length this morning, and I will encourage my very honorable dear Pakistani businessmen sitting here, please promote tourism to Bukhara, to Samarkand, to Tashkent. Last night when we landed at Tashkent airport, believe me, from airport to our hotel, the entire road was, the poles had Pakistani and flags of Uzbekistan fluttering together, and of course portraits, and of course and very special arrangements, welcome arrangements were ordered by my very dear brother President, and that shows, and it has shown the warmth of the people of Uzbekistan for the people of Pakistan. My dear brother, we will try to match your warmth and your generosity, and you're welcome, inshallah. This has been an exceptional visit in its entirety. discussions, results, business, culture, politics, geopolitical situation, and then above all, meeting of hearts. It's like two souls and one heart. Believe me. Let's, in this great meeting, decide that Pakistan and Uzbekistan, two brotherly countries wedded into a history, will stand up and work together into a history, will stand up and work together and become the most going nations in the Community of Nations. Pakistan-Uzbekistan friendship Zindabad.
वज़ीर आज़म शहबाज शरीफ ताशकंद में बिजनेस फोरम से खिताब कर रहे थे। वज़ीर आज़म शहबाज शरीफ ने दोनों मुल्कों की दोस्ती और तिजारती ताल्लुकात के हवाले से बात की। अभी वक्त है एक ब्रेक का।
LBW था यार।
वह क्या हो गया? ऑफ कोर्स नहीं था।
अरे था यार, वो देखो तुम।
यही है गुफ्तगू का प्लस, हमारी बातों से खस्ता जीरा प्लस।
अब 2 लीटर की ठंड मिले सिर्फ 180 रुपए में 500 ml मुफ्त। इससे पहले आपकी जायज ठंड कोई और ले जाए, अपनी 2 लीटर स्प्राइट ले आए। बाजार से स्प्राइट।
अगर इस वक्त एड्स नहीं देखने तो कोई जरूरत नहीं, मत देखो। ट्रैवल रील्स देखो। तो जैसे आपको इस वक्त एड्स नहीं देखने, वैसे ही हमें मुश्किल बैंकिंग नहीं देखनी। तभी तो इजी पैसा बन गया है डिजिटल बैंक, इजी वाला बैंक।
अब खरीदे 1.5 लीटर की कीमत में 2 लीटर कोका कोला 500 ml एक्स्ट्रा मिले सिर्फ 200 रुपए में। इफ्तारी का मजा कोका कोला के साथ।
अब 2 लीटर की ठंड मिले सिर्फ 180 रुपए में 500 ml मुफ्त। इससे पहले आपकी जायज ठंड कोई और ले जाए, अपनी 2 लीटर स्प्राइट ले आए। बाजार से स्प्राइट।
इस वक्त आपको ताज़ा तरीन खबर देंगे चैंपियंस ट्रॉफी के मैच से मुतालिक, जहां पर अफगानिस्तान और इंग्लैंड का मुकाबला जारी है। अफगानिस्तान ने जारहाना बैटिंग का मुजाहरा किया है इंग्लैंड के खिलाफ इस मैच में, जहां पर इब्राहिम ज़ादरान ने 146 गेंदों पर 177 रन स्कोर किए हैं। अफगानिस्तान की इब्तिदा में विकेट्स गिरी, लेकिन उसके बावजूद